let's get to our business. Yeah, and last lesson we studied some grammar. Yeah, which was perfect tenses, right? And I promised you to play nuts and crosses once again. Yeah, so
yes.
Would you like to start?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Very difficult task. Okay. I don't understand the perfect gerund. What's this?
Like having done. Having done. Having seen the film, blah, 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 blah.
Awful. Okay. Present perfect place. The new building of an art school hasn't been built yet.
Okay. Wonderful. So that's present perfect passive. That's it. I think our outcomes book will not have been finished by the end of 2020.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's not fair. It was my square. Okay, past perfect. I had found a job before I finished the university.
Okay. We will probably have revised something about binomials by the end of this lesson.
No chance, yes? I don't understand the situation where I should use perfect gerund. No idea.
It means like something like after doing something. So this having done, it's the same as after doing. Having cooked dinner, I went for a walk.
Really?
Okay.
Okay. having held the lessons, I began to study English.
Okay. Great job. Yeah. Uh-huh. You you might have had enough rest during the weekend.
Can you say it once again, please?
You might have had enough rest. Okay.
Present perfect simple. So, present perfect simple. It's easy. Why I this?
Okay.
I've already done my homework.
Okay. Okay. The outcomes book has never been used by me before.
And my turn. Present perfect continuous. Easy. I have been studying English for 20 years.
Oh, wow, really?
I don't remember, 24.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so no one's got a line, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yes.
let's count who's got more signs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're the winner. You've got more. Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, now let's move on to our student's book. Yeah. Page 166. Yeah. We're in the end. So what do they expect us to do here?
Grammar reference, yes?
Yeah.
Exercise 1. To complete the pairs of sentences with the verbs involved. One sentence with a perfect one not. So if it means I'm not coming. If as a rule anyone after 9 at 9. As a rule As a rule, I don't call anyone after 9 at night.
Yes.
If I haven't called by 6, it means I'm not coming.
Yes, yeah. Or if you wish, you may use like future form, yeah? Will not have called. And I think it's slightly more appropriate, maybe, yeah?
Yes, will not have called. Number 2, be done on. Be done on.
It's like repaired. Do up is this.
Done up means repaired.
Yeah, like repaired.
It it had been done up a few years ago, but the place is already falling apart.
And in number 2?
It used to be very run down, but it isn't done up now.
But when do we have why do we have but then? It used to be run down, but it isn't done up. These are the same things, run down and not done up.
It used to be very run down, but it is done up.
It is done up. Probably. And can you explain the use of past perfect in A? Why is it had been done up?
In my opinion, because the action happened before the place was already falling apart. Now
it is falling apart now, so then it should be present perfect. If we think like this.
It has been done up a few years ago, but the place is already falling apart.
It would be nice if it wasn't for the word ago, huh?
Few years ago. So it had been done up.
So ago normally means what tense?
Past simple.
That's it? It was done up a few years ago. Just a few years ago, yeah. But the place is already falling apart.
It used to be very run down, but it has been done up.
Definitely. We are like contrasting, yeah? The bad situation, it used to be run down. Okay.
3. Be strong. Okay. It was the second time the city was struck by an earthquake.
Maybe. Let's look at B.
Our house was struck by lightning last year.
Sure. And what should we put in A then?
It was the second time the city had been struck by an earthquake.
Why is it past perfect?
Because firstly, the city was struck.
But the second time, by what point?
Earthquake.
Now, the city got 2 earthquakes by what moment?
The present moment, no?
Exactly, the present. So what kind of perfect tense should it be?
It was the second time the city has been struck by an earthquake.
Sure, sure. Has been, Then what about number 4?
Change. I doubt any will be changed by this time next year.
Probably. But what markers have we got here?
Next year.
Next year and
by this time.
Yes, by. So it should be
present perfect or future perfect.
Future perfect, definitely.
I doubt anything will
will have changed. It's not passive. Not passive.
Will have changed by this time next year. I think things will change if the Freedom Party wins power.
Simply will change. So number 5.
Consult. They should consult the people who live here to find out what they want.
Sure.
And they should had consulted more widely.
Definitely. Should have done. Yeah, should have done. Okay, should have consulted. Okay, what about next? I wish
he was here now.
Sure.
It sounds like you had a great time. I wish I had been there.
Definitely. Concerning the present and concerning the past. Yeah. Okay. About 7.
And это Герундий, наверное, это так. Having spent millions on the project, the city center still looks awful.
Yeah, so did you get that now?
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. And B?
Spending any amount of time quickly start to feel stressed.
Yes, why not? Why not? Okay.
Undergo. Okay, now when the disaster struck. Okay. Following the disaster, the city underwent a huge transformation.
Great job.
When the disaster struck, the city has undergone a number of changes already.
Why is it present perfect?
Because there is already here.
Yes, but already by what time? Let's
But
try.
by the present time now?
So let's try to draw a timeline again, yeah? So let this be now, yeah? So where is the disaster?
On the left.
Sometime in the past, yeah? Say here, for example. And where are the changes?
Between the past and the present moment.
So you mean the disaster first and then the changes?
Yes.
Aha,
No?
but in this case, is there any difference in meaning between A and B sentences?
When the disaster struck, the city had undergone a number of changes already.
Yeah, so the changes are somewhere here, yeah? And we see like their obvious result by this moment, yeah? So like the past before the past. And it should be?
Had undergone.
Definitely, yeah. Okay. And now let's move on to workbook. So page 8. And exercise 2. So what are we expected to do here?
Find 6 mistakes.
Yeah, so how many correct sentences are there then?
2.
Definitely. Okay.
She said she hadn't been to Buenos Aires before last year.
Why?
Before last year.
Exactly. So, next one.
Not been, yes. My family. Just lived in Milan until 1990.
Yeah. Or there is another way to change this sentence.
Had lived.
We can say has lived, but then it should be since, yeah? Since 1994.
Okay. B3. In my opinion, it's correct.
And yes, it is. Yeah, it is correct. Okay, and what about 4?
It's correct.
Exactly. Okay, number 5.
It is believed that the number of university graduates will have doubled.
Sure, sure. Mm-hmm.
By the time we got there, the concert has finished.
So you
Or had.
definitely had finished. Again, if we draw a timeline, yeah. So this is now, yeah. This is when he got there, and the concert finished somewhere here, yeah. And there was kind of result. He came and oops, no concert. Bad luck. Yeah. Like this. Okay.
Where have you been?
Yes, definitely. Why?
Because they have been waiting here for hours and hours right now. It's not difficult, it's easy. Okay. Having been several times. Having visited the city several times, Kasia started.
Just started to feel at home, exactly. Okay, now let's move on to number 3. So, you have to just put the verb in the correct form, yeah?
It was the third time the city had been destroyed.
Yeah, why is it past perfect?
Because it was destroyed before the moment of the past.
Okay.
In the last 2 years, the city council the city council has been developing the center.
Sure, easy, yeah.
He hasn't been. What's this?
Yes, he hasn't been a town planner. Yeah, hasn't been. Why we have this?
Easy, since 2010.
Yeah, ever since. And do you know what's a town planner?
I just can guess.
Well, town planning is obviously like the control and planning of the construction and growth and development of the urban area, yeah? So town planner is the person responsible for developing a city.
Okay. The city may have been recovered from the recession, but it's still facing problems with crime.
Well, I was thinking about active. Yeah, may have recovered. Sorry for the misprint. Yeah, recovered, of course. But I think your passive variant will do as well. Yeah. It depends on what you want to highlight. Yeah.
Okay. At the time I met them, they had been traveling from city to city for many years, never making a permanent home.
Definitely had been traveling. Yeah. Why?
Because it's the action in progress in the past by the present moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 6.
The improved transport network is thought to just encourage.
Yes, it is a possible option. Or if we want to use something with perfect.
So, why we should use something imperfect if we can say like this?
Yeah, we can say is used to have encouraged. Yeah. And what will be the difference? Look, if we say is thought to encourage, then an influx of these new entrepreneurs is still to happen. Yeah, it's like a hope.
Yes.
But if we use this perfective form, is thought to have encouraged, it means we already experience an influx of entrepreneurs, and we think, what's the reason for that? And we say that it might have been caused by improving the transport network. Okay, what about?
Having done up as part of the council's Clean Up the City campaign, the area is now more popular with affluent families.
Yes, but what did the area do up, having done up?
Clean City campaign.
Can the area do anything up?
We need the basic voice.
Exactly.
So, and how should I say this hideous grammar?
It's not hideous at all. You just need to add the word to be. Having
been done up.
Yes, and it's not hideous, is it? Okay, and the last one.
The new motorway time next month. The new motorway will have been completed by this time next month.
Great job. Yes, definitely. Okay. And now let's move on to page 6. Yeah.
Workbook.
A workbook. Yeah, the text. So look at the picture. Look at this strange title. What do you think it might be about?
Some moments that have happened in Curitiba.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you like changes?
I like changes. They are positive.
So, like, not all of them, yeah? Okay, so you predicted it must be about something happening in the city of Curitiba, yeah? Now, just let it be 45 seconds to scan through this text and check your guess. Okay, so was it true?
Yes.
Yes, sure, sure. Okay, now let's have a closer look at that and go over some difficult vocabulary. So, in the first paragraph, are there any words you don't know?
No.
No. Okay, paragraph 2. Let's read that out loud.
As part of his master plan, Lerner hoped to make the city more environmentally friendly. He initiated a recycling scheme based on incentives system. In return for delivering recyclable rubbish to specified processing points, residents receive a bag of vegetables or bus tokens.
Yeah, tokens.
As a result, Curitiba now has one of the highest recycling rates in the world. Lerner also ordered the creation of 26 urban parks, as well as
curbing
pollution, these controlled flooding. They also make it an unusual site for tourists as how is low-cost method to keep their lawns in trim sheep are allowed to graze there.
Okay, so let's have a look. What are incentives? these are some things, some measures that motivate the city dwellers, yeah, to do something. Mhm. Tokens.
One moment. Token. Bus token. Bus stops? No.
No. So this is a token, yeah?
What's
And
this?
this might be a bus token. So the thing that you put into to go by bus, yeah? Like a kind of ticket, but not a paper one, a metal one or a plastic one. Yeah?
No, a coin.
This is not really a coin, like, well, this might be a kind of token, a school token.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or it has a meaning like just representation of something. So curb, curb means like to restrain or to keep in control, to keep in check. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 So, curbing pollution, yeah, like controlling, lowering pollution level. So lawns, what are lawns?
Lawns, where is it?
Is a low-cost method to keep the lawns in trim.
Lawns is something with grass where you can sit and eat.
Yeah, that's a nice grassy area, usually next to your house, yeah. And in trim, what's trim?
Maybe it's something clean.
Yes, like nice and tidy, in order, yeah, neat, to keep them neat. Sheep are allowed to graze there. What's graze?
Maybe when sheep eating grass.
Definitely. So nice idea, yeah? Instead of buying trimmers, employing special people and trimming the lawns, you just allow sheep there. And you just save money both on trimmers and people working there and on food for your sheep. Okay, so next paragraph, any difficult words here?
Let's look.
So I think you can guess the verb to ease easily, yeah?
Yes, of course.
And you hopefully remember congestion.
Of course.
Of course.
Actually, everything Everything is pretty clear for me.
And what is a pod? A pod shaped. Pod
So, pod is the container for flowers.
It's a not really.
No.
This is a pod. Yeah. A pod of peas. Yeah. So
okay.
What is
Strange
this?
word because I don't know this word in Russian too. So
Стручок.
seeds vessel.
Стручок. That's стручок. A seed vessel, yeah, for leguminous plants. So plants of the pea family. Yeah. Okay. Commuters. Do you know that? Commuters.
In this paragraph, yes. Where is it? People.
Commuters were delighted.
People who organized all this process.
Commuters are people living far away from their job and getting back and forth every day. It's most commonly used for people living in the countryside and working in the city and traveling by train in the morning from the suburb where they live to the city where they work, and in the evening backwards. Yeah. So paragraph 3, any difficult vocab here? What might it mean to pedestrianize?
To make more area for pedestrians to walk there.
Yeah, even just to ban cars from the area. So, for example, in St. Petersburg, Malaya Kanyushina street has recently been pedestrianized. Like no cars there. So what might it mean to be up in arms? Local businesses were up in arms. Is it a positive or negative reaction?
Negative.
Yeah, it's a strong negative reaction when they protested, they disliked it. So in Russian, it might be something like приняли в штыки, yeah? Rebellion.
One moment. I know the word rebellious. So rebellion is when some people go to the street with posters and say, where is our salary?
yeah, like protest. Yeah,
Yes, protest. Yes.
Anything else in this paragraph? What's at turnover?
So I understand, but I can't explain.
So it's like the amount of money taken and used by a business, yeah? Or the rate at which goods are sold and replaced, like that, yeah? Okay, so anything else in this paragraph?
The word the ensuing increase in turnover, ensuing.
Ensuring. Ensuring.
Yeah.
It comes from the word insure, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
That's all right. What about the next paragraph? Income per capita.
I know the word income. Per capita, no.
It's like for one person, per person, yeah. Okay. And let's read the next paragraph. So, anything else here?
I can't read so fast as you want.
No, okay. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
I don't know the word capacity.
Capacity?
Yes.
Capacity means like how much or how many of something you can take, yeah. For example, like ability to take, I would say. So what might it mean to flock?
To flock into.
Yeah, like to get together, yeah. Usually like in a crowd, not in an orderly way, not in an organized way. So under strain.
Under strain. This had put the city under enormous strain. Something bad.
Yes, it's like difficult situation, yeah. Under strain means in a difficult situation. So, what's the next? How would you read that?
Search.
Yeah, yeah. And it means?
Something medical.
No, it's not.
Can be pain.
Medicine. Now, so, imagine you've got, it should be like this. A graph, yeah, a graph. And if your graph would go like that, yeah? So this would be a surge, like sudden increase, yeah? Sudden and significant increase. For instance, I don't know, your school had 10 students, then it had 11 students, and then next year it would have 60 students. This would be a surge. So retain.
There's something increases.
It's like continue to have, yeah. And what's sustainable?
Sustainable. How long Curitiba has retained its image as a model sustainable city? Maybe successful.
Almost. Like when you reached a relatively high level, and then you managed to keep it, yeah. So this is the sustainable like situation, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
So now, do you use some kind of incentives with your students?
Yes, of course. It's part of my job.
Yeah, definitely we do. Is it difficult for you to curb noise in the classroom?
It was difficult for me when I worked at school.
Really? Yeah, it sometimes is, yeah. Have you got a lawn next to your country house?
Yes, of course. A vast lawn.
Oh, wow. And what do you do to keep it in trim?
We go there only in summer, so my husband just trim some part of it where our children play.
I see. Do you eat pods?
No.
No, they are tasty.
Really?
Try them out, yes.
Okay.
Pods of fresh peas. Yes, they are really tasty. Okay. Would you like to be a commuter?
Oh, I am kind of commuter.
Really?
Because I was a student, I went to the university by bus, by underground, and so on, every day.
I see. You poor thing.
Yes.
Would you like your town to be pedestrianized?
No, I don't. What for?
Okay. Are you up in arms concerning these anti-COVID measures?
Yes, I'm up in arms. It's annoying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So am I. In which country was there, I would say, a serious rebellion in August?
In August, in
Mhm.
Belarus. How can I say it in English? Belarus.
Yes,
Belarus.
Belarusia.
Mhm.
Belarusia, yes. Okay, okay. Well, do you think our country is under strain?
It's difficult to say. Probably yes, of course. Our country is always is under strain.
Okay. Yes, I think I agree. Okay. And has there been a surge in clients at your school last year?
Last year. So probably yes, because there were more students than I expected.
I see. And do you think your school is sustainable?
Yes, of course.
Yes, wonderful. Okay, now let's have a look at exercise 5. Yeah. So what we have to do there is just order. Yeah. In what order does the writer tell us about these things in the article?
I don't remember. Population increase will be this one.
No. First, there was a method of dealing with waste. Yeah.
First, I say the sixth one.
Ah, the sixth one. No,
Yes.
not the sixth either.
5.
Okay. Yes. Yes, 5.
So, and the first was a method to deal with waste.
Exactly. Okay.
And the second was an idea to improve travel.
Definitely.
And then the third was protest against changes. Creation of green spaces.
Yeah, definitely.
And then protest. And then population increase, and then concerns for the future.
Definitely. Wonderful. And now let's have a look at the questions in exercise 6. So yes or no, yeah?
Okay. Curitiba's difficulties are unusual when compared to other large cities. False.
Exactly. How do you know that?
It's logical.
And the first sentence, like many other major cities.
Yeah. Curitiba people are rewarded for collecting waste. Probably true.
True, yes. Where can we find that out?
In the second paragraph.
So,
residents receive a bag of vegetables.
definitely. That's it. Great job. Yeah. Okay.
Lawn mowers are used to maintain all the grassy areas in the city. Who is lawn mowers?
People who work with trimmers and so on.
No, it's false.
It's false, exactly. Okay.
Lerner invested more money in buses than trains because buses were faster. It's false.
Why?
Because the buses are cheaper.
Yeah, for 1/10 of the cost.
Probably true, but because he invested the government money, more money than to train, because trains are more expensive and buses are cheaper. So yes, it's true. He invested more money in buses.
Definitely. So 5.
So primary children hold their posters. And here prevented motorists from entering, like what? Like fighting with them?
So, like not letting the motorists enter.
It's false.
Why?
In my imagination, children just stood and showed that it was a pedestrian zone, yes?
Yes, but didn't this prevent motorists from entering? Yeah.
In my opinion, motorists could say, go away and drive. My opinion, prevention is something with guns and bats.
Oh, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay. So, in that case, true.
Okay. What about 6?
Okay. Retail companies suffer as a result of Lerner's initiative. False.
Why? Yes, it is false, but why?
Because 66% indicate high levels of satisfaction.
Yeah, and it says there's been the increase, yeah, in turnover. So that's a good thing.
Yes, it's true. 7.
Why?
According to the whole text.
And it says that, look, on the average income per capita has risen, yeah? So it means the cities become more affluent.
Okay.
And finally,
it's false.
Why?
Because it said that the transport system has reached its maximum efficiency capacity.
Exactly. Okay, so would you like to have such a mayor in your town?
Yes, of course. He is a good person.
Okay, why do you think so? What's like so good?
Yeah, he made his hometown better. And he saved the money of the city. So his job was good.
And I guess he's quite knowledgeable as well, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, now let's work with vocabulary a bit, yeah? So one particle.
Exercise 1, yes?
No, number 7, page 6, yeah. Page 6, exercise 7. Complete the sentences with one particle.
To deal with.
Definitely, yeah. Tenants have
come up.
Keep the lawns.
In.
Definitely,
One of them. All.
It's over. Won them over. Okay.
Up in arms.
Definitely. And?
Under.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Let's move on to this one. Yeah, page 8, exercise 1. So first, look at the picture. What do you think this text is about?
About masquerade. Fancy dress party.
Okay, just 15 seconds to scan through and check this guess. So, is it really about a fancy dress party?
This text about a city which held the carnival and came across with some disaster.
Okay. Now let's try to complete the task. Yeah, just a couple of minutes.
So severely damaged that they had to be demolished.
Definitely.
The task of initiated plans?
Initiating we have, yeah?
Initiating, okay.
Yeah. Of doing what, yeah? Improving areas which had long been in.
One moment. In decline.
Yes, definitely in decline.
Several ran down. Underwent. Neglected.
Yep, neglected building, sure.
Underwent, no.
The number of pupils underwent within the first 2 years of them opening.
No. So.
If the schools were successful, it says, yeah?
Maybe poured.
So did the number of students go up or down?
Up.
Up. And to go up, which verb we use out of these?
Flourish.
Flourish, yes, or? Again, if we have this.
Maybe pour.
No, pour means like when the liquid goes down, yeah, for example.
I know.
So if something goes up, Any ideas?
I know many words for this, but I don't understand which word is appropriate from this table, from this
Number
box.
sword.
Or means fly, high in the
Yes,
sky.
like
No?
went up, exactly. The number
So
of
the number of pupils showed.
Mm-hmm.
Had to had to four.
Usually, what word goes with changes?
Flourish. No.
With reconstructions, changes, and so on.
So we have just 1, 2, 3 words, yes? And all of them I don't like. So, to the moon, the nature of the disaster meant that large parts of the city had major reconstruction. Had to undergo?
Definitely. To undergo reconstruction,
As a result, the local building industry has been flourished.
Why passive?
In recent years, no?
Simply, it has flourished without the passive. Without the passive.
Okay. Meanwhile, entrepreneurs have poured funds into researching new methods of
like when you pour money, yeah? Okay,
yes.
now some difficult words from here, yeah? So what's to render?
And render many living here again water and rendering many buildings also maybe break.
Oh no. Rendering many buildings damaged.
To become a reason of something.
Yes, exactly. To cause something. Yeah. Immense. I think you know that. Immense. We usually use the adverb, yeah, immensely, which means greatly, strongly, greatly, And who is entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur, someone who explains something, who explains.
You mix it with the word interpreter, like translator. And
maybe people who, or maybe someone who works in government, at government system.
Who kind of sets up the business, yeah, like that, yeah. Okay, And now some questions. So what New Orleans famous for?
It is famous for its colorful carnivals.
And?
And hurricane?
Yeah, exactly. What were the negative outcomes of it?
The hurricane devastated the city,
Sure.
damaged all the buildings and so on.
But what improvements did Katrina make?
The government, people began to make the city better.
Which industries? Yeah. So which industries benefited most significantly?
Building industry. Education industry, no?
Researching what? New methods of flood prevention, yeah?
Okay. What's the main idea of this text? The main idea of this text is that even something sad and dangerous situation can be this start of something better.
Definitely. And what can you say about the New Orleans dwellers, judging from this text?
New Orleans, what?
Dwellers, people living there.
They're positive. And they believe in themselves.
Okay, great. And now we've got just one small thing to do today. So let's go to our book, student's book, to page 11. Yeah. So there is a city, a town called Oldbury. And there are some ideas, or probably we'll not just read those ideas, yeah, but we'll invent something from ourselves. Before we actually start, let's have a look at some functional language. So, what are these phrases for?
To express your opinion.
Exactly. So do you know them all?
Yes.
Yeah, great. The second one is?
Or agreement or disagreement with
exactly.
Something.
So number 2 is agreement, yeah?
Agreement or disagreement with something.
Okay, and number 3 then?
I see. I couldn't agree more. It's disagreement, of course.
So, no, I couldn't agree more is full agreement. I couldn't agree.
Really?
я не мог бы согласиться больше, which means like I fully agree. Yeah,
I see.
fully agree. Okay, and the last one is disagreement. Yeah.
Yes, disagreement, yes.
So,
Polite disagreement.
yeah, yeah. So, are any of these phrases new for you?
Not exactly. They are not new for me. But actually, I don't use them. I don't know why, because maybe no situations, no reason, no aims to use them.
Okay, so this town of Oldbury has a population of 250,000 dwellers, and it is to be given 500 million pounds of funding to halt its decline that has been taking place over a number of years. There is a chemical works, a chemical factory on the outskirts, which produces nasty fumes. The city has quite a lot of deprived areas and high level of unemployment. There is a small historical center dating back 300 years, but it is very run down. So what would you suggest to improve Oldbury? Well, I reckon the first thing to do should be setting up a recycling center.
To my way of thinking, the government should provide people with job.
Oh, fair enough. But how can they do that?
For example, I suppose they could enroll the people to clean the streets, to renovate buildings and parks and so on.
Oh, that's just how I see it. And this way they will be able to benefit like from two sides, yeah, to kill two foxes with one stone, as they say. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
To my mind, they could spend a part of budget to maybe renovate some systems or industries in their town, maybe travel industry or school education and so on. For example, they could increase the teachers' salaries and doctors' salaries. Why not?
Exactly. Exactly.
how to make their people more educated and healthier than right now. So.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think in my eyes, it would also be helpful to renovate the city center and promote tourist industry.
Yes, I couldn't agree more.
Okay, so we've got some ideas, yeah? And what I ask you to try and do at home is to write a proposal on how to improve what's going on with this presentation demonstration today. I'm fed up with having to reset it several times. So, writing a promotion, a proposal, sorry, of what.
Okay, I see.
So, do you remember any rules of writing proposals?
I will remember them if I need.
Okay, so I've got here, yeah, the link to a nice tips, yeah, and
Okay.
and the example.
Okay.
So I'll now send you both this presentation so that you could use the link, yeah, and
Thank you.
And the Word file with some more advice of writing proposals. Okay. So I think that has to be it, unfortunately.
Yes, because I have a lesson right now in 5 minutes, so that's all. Thank you for the lesson.
Yeah.